Been a second since I did a video, so I figured I would make a new one. I just found out about this new camshaft that MMX makes. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the company. They're kind of like an online, mostly online business that sells a lot of performance parts for Hemis and that kind of thing. But I was just looking around on the forums and like just random stuff, kind of like looking at performance crap. And I found out recently MMX makes a camshaft that doesn't require springs or a tune. So it's similar to the 6.4 cam that people use in 5.7s pretty frequently, but the main difference is that you don't even need a tune at all. And this cam supposedly gives you 30 rear wheel horsepower, which is pretty significant. I mean, that's not bad. That means you don't need springs. You're supposed to keep your MDS lifters. You don't need push rods. You don't need a tune. You don't need like any of that extra stuff. I mean, I would obviously recommend at least getting new springs, but that's just me. But you don't need to take the heads off. You don't need to do a lot of stuff. I mean, you can always get a cam like I got and be just completely rowdy and annoy everybody, which is also fun. But I don't know. I think it's pretty cool that there's finally a good aftermarket option for people that want to get a little more horsepower with a cam, but just don't want to spend a ton of extra money on it. I mean, like my whole cam swap, it probably cost me at least $2,000 just in parts, and then even more money for labor. So, you know, this new cam that they have, the no springs, no tune required, that's, in my mind, that's kind of a game changer, because people that, like I said, people that want to get some extra power and not do a whole bunch of work to their car, you know, this is a big deal. And I do think that the biggest competitor, like as far as cams go, is really the 6.4 cam, which the 6.4 cam is still cheap. I mean, technically it's cheaper than this MMX cam, but I don't know if it's really technically the best option as far as like, I mean, you don't even need a tune with this cam and you can get 30 horsepower. Like that's pretty cool. So I can only assume that if you have long tubes and get a tune on top of it, like I would think you can make some pretty serious power. Like if you're starting out at 30 horsepower with no tune, then you get a tune on top of that, I would have assumed you could at least get 15 more horsepower on top of that. And then with like combined with long tube headers, like I mean, you could be looking at 60 horsepower pretty easily. So definitely a cool new thing, and I would love to see if somebody's actually, like if they've already installed it in their car and maybe they already have some dyno results to show how well it did, or maybe how well it didn't do. I'm just really curious. I figured I'd just make a video about it just to maybe get the word out there a little bit, because up until recently I haven't heard anything. As far as I know, this cam's been out for like 6 months, but yeah, very curious. Thought it was really interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.